Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 4 of The Roottrees Are Dead. Not to spoil anything, but they're still dead. And every time I do one of these and upload it to YouTube, I end up looking through it and I end up finding things that I'm like, ooh, I forgot to factor that in. And so, the first one, I seem to recall something somewhere mentioning both Eli's, and I think it was that one diary entry. Complaints, Dynasty, Sam, Clark, Will. This one. Where's the line? Here it is. That's why they became Uncle Junior, or Miracles Eli, or Eli C. That means that Miracles Eli is not Eli C, which solves this problem that I've been grappling with. Miracles Eli is Eli C. Wait, he's not Eli C, he's Eli M. Eli M Roottrees. Now, if I could find this, we'd be in the clear. That's it. That's all I had to say. Thank you. I'll see you all in episode 5. No, we have a few other things we want to look at. Where is it? There's a CD cover somewhere. Bam. Alright, so we've already got these two. I believe we have a picture of Diamond, but if I'm not mistaken, we currently lack a picture of Jane. There's Diamond LaRue. Oh, we do have a picture of Jane LaRue. What do I know? I thought we didn't have a picture of Jane LaRue, but we do have a picture of Jane LaRue. Notably, this would suggest we have a second picture of Jane LaRue that we could stick next to the first one. That does not appear to be the case. Unless perhaps they remarried. I don't think that's allowed. Is Clark allowed to marry Jane LaRue twice? But then the other thing I noticed, last episode we had some crazy nonsense involving these stars. And when you look at the... Please hold. It's somewhere. I've got a lot of evidence at this point. Here we go. So, I was an absolute ignoramus when it came to counting these fellers, because like the Roottrees sisters are 3 people. So there's a list of notable Roottrees. Everyone on this list is marked by a star. The Roottrees sisters, that's 3. Then we've got Carl for 4, great-great-grandma and grandpa for 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 names on this list. Now, how many stars are there on this family tree? Well, from the beginning, we've got 0 at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Also, pay attention to which ones are filled. They all are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, unless I'm missing a star, which is very possible, as I completely missed Lauren on my first pass right now. You all saw it. I believe that Red, and they're all filled in. We've got all of them except Red Roottrees, which makes sense because all I did was type in Led Roottrees and get that Aloysius guy, who is supposedly, he claims to be a Roottrees. Nobody else believes him. He's not marked with a star at the moment, which makes me think that he's got to be part of this little adventure over here. That is good evidence to not bother with him at the moment, especially because he doesn't seem to lead anywhere. But it's interesting. It kind of implies that nobody we can currently access is Red Roottrees. So I'm going to go double check what we do know about Red Roottrees, because I'm thinking maybe I missed something. Because like I've made 0 progress on him. This is it. This page right here. You find information. Aloysius Herring Roottrees was an appointed judge. Herring. Oh God. I hope he's not a red herring. Is that what they're? Shoot. Maybe he is. Maybe. Where is it? Where'd it go? Whatever. You all know what it says. Maybe he's just a red herring. This is so sad. Pour one out for everything I had planned. So if we're not going to worry about Aloysius Herring Roottrees, who's actually not a notable Roottrees, thanks for nothing, game. I'm going to check these diary entries again, because I kind of sped through them, and also there's so much info on them. Lauren Roottrees, she wrote a thing, she's notable. She was the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth. Those are the grandpa and grandpa, the guys at the very top. They were the Costles. There's not much about them except her husband, who I believe was the only Costal on the list. She's got these diary entries. Jacob died in World War II. She had a son named Clark. She never remarried. She later gets mad about... Well, I guess we're not there yet. It seems that something has someone to claim about. Gwen is an only child. She's lonely. Aunt Margot. I'm very suspicious of where I have... Not Aunt... Actually, no, I don't think I've put Aunt Margot anywhere. I was thinking of, Angie. Angie. I've put Angie in the list, but I haven't put Margot anywhere. I'm going to keep that one in my back pocket. She's the first Roottrees woman to be anything other than a housewife. Are we allowed to take that at face value, game? Can I just be like, yes, they're all housewives? I mean, yeah, I guess I am. That would imply that Marguerite Roottree is a housewife. H. As is Gwendolyn Roottree, housewife. And I have pictures of them, so if everything else is right, I should be able to just slot them in, right? Where'd that photo at of the 5 pieces? Here they are. I don't know which is which. This is a mistake. Yeah, I don't think this is working, unfortunately. Oh, it worked. That's how you do it, by the way. If you want to go get like a genealogy master's degree or something, just make sure you have a drop bar of every conceivable person, even a bunch of people you've never heard of before, and then just kind of throw them in there at random. That's my professional opinion. And you know I'm good at this because I was hired to handle the Roottrees. Yes, how can I help you? This is the player character speaking. So you may have heard the news. Some of Carl's things have gone missing, include stuff that I have right now. Oh, you didn't, did you? Oh, okay. You're a Roottree. I think you're Sam, to be perfectly honest. I assure you I have a reasonable explanation for the secrecy. I'm about to do something big the family doesn't approve of. If you could wait just a bit longer, I'll tell you more in person. I'll return after 50. Sam, I've only found 18. You gonna give me any deets, Sam? You just called me up and said find 18 more fellers. Do I have more clues, Sam? Was there a clue in that phone call that I missed? Big goose egg. Don't ever look at this again. Oh, shit. Importance. Did I already read this? Did it change? Some of that importance will transfer over. If a ranking is higher... I should have been using this the whole time. This is like kind of a clue. It's like, hey, pay attention to these. I haven't done that in the slightest. So, is it trying to tell me that the 5 pieces ad is the most valuable piece of thingy I've got? Is there nothing higher than 7? Have I read this before? Today there was a meeting to determine who the presidency passes to now that Granddad's finally retiring. Granddad was furious and none of the 3 male 5-piece would take over, but that's what he gets for holding on to it. Well, we just established that the 2 females were housewives. Pop bought Clancid to step up, but it went to Zach, who's not even a Roottree. But he's the firstborn son of the oldest 5-piece, and the first male in Star Trek The Next Generation. I guess that's what they're calling us. I asked Clancy if it even came up that a woman... I don't know if I have Zach in the right place. I asked Clancy if it even came up that a woman take over the business. After all, Angie's older than Zach, and I'm the next oldest, but Clancy just laughed. Man, Clancy... I was going to say get with the times, but this was in the 50s. You should have heard the cuss words when Mom told Pop it wouldn't go to Clancy. Mother, ever the quick-witted, countered back maybe they wanted to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product. Ouch. Oh no, that's very good. I'm going to be just as stereotypical as Mama Roottree. Because this guy is big boned. So these are the next generation. Okay. So let's see. I got a couple different angles I want to go on. Angie is the oldest. Zach is the second oldest. I'm so sorry. I'm putting you in there, Zach. What else? Oh, actually, before I do all this, I should look and see if I have any completed fellers. She's older than... So she's got to be a housewife. And who else? Gwendolyn Morgan is down there. These people... There's no photos for Eloise. How come Eloise is the one person without a last name? Does she have a mononym? Is she like Pele? Do I have... I don't have a photo of Samantha. And she's not going to be in the next generation. And look, I've locked in 4 of them. That would make that guy in the middle Elias Roottrees, right? We got you, 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 and you. Let's do it. Where are you, Elias? There's that dashing chap. Look at how fast I was. I have a sneaking suspicion that all 3 of those were supposed to have been unlocked a lot sooner. Nice. There were none. Maybe because I've only been playing for a minute. Get off my back, game. Time to do more sleuthing. Yes, sirree, Bob. So, Jessica Rafferty LaRue doesn't have a job. She's not that old. Maybe she's a college student. I don't know. This person is still Nicole. So let's review the 2 Nicoles. Where are you at? There's Nicole Madsen, who I've already... It would make... If that's Ernest Madsen, then that'd be Nicole Madsen. Which would make this person's wife Nicole Smith. Elias M. Roottrees. Do we have an Elias Roottrees the third? No. No, we don't. Okay. What's going on down here? We've got these 2. It's these, not those 2. It's these 2 kids. We don't know anything else about them, if I'm not mistaken. Admittedly, I don't know if I've typed Wolf Roottrees. Actually, Gwen Roottrees is an actress. She's famous. People love to know about the kids of famous people, no? Alright, fair enough. What was the other thing I was considering? Where's Diamond LaRue? Diamond LaRue married James Roottrees. There is a Gem Roottrees, if I'm not mistaken. Would it not? Oh, it's Jem Wilson. Darn it. Wilson. Do we have any Wilsons anywhere? Zachariah Morden. Do I know who Zachariah married? I think I know who that is. I don't have anywhere to put Penelope at the moment. Her newborn was in 1996. That's only 2 years ago. I can't even tell what gender that baby is. Penelope... Tessa Green. I guess her maiden name doesn't matter all that much, because I doubt her parents are on the family tree. Actually, I think I can confirm they're not, because I don't think we have any other Tessas or Greens. Luisa Garcia. There's a new one. I want to see if either of them have a ring on their finger. They could have more rings than Mr. T, and I wouldn't know because they've decided to go for cool guys with pockets in their hands. So let's go back to this. There's a bunch of people. I've only locked in a few of them. Did this guy turn out to be right? I stuck that picture somewhere. Where did I stick it? And did the game turn it? No, they did. Ooh, look, here's one. This guy's wrong. He's not right. Why did I put him here? Why didn't I put him here? It looks like I had him here at some point and then I moved him. That suggests that I knew what I was doing. So before I move it, I'm going to see if I can figure out what made me think that. It seems to like name. I'm looking at this. It seems to like names. It likes Sam. And it's given iffy on everything else. Guy Hudson. Business watch. I think it's somewhere in Laura's diary. Along with his twin sister, they both appeared as children. Now he's taking over the root tree. One of those two adorable redheads. Guy's uncle Zach is taking an early retirement. Now that our daughters have started families of their own. Guy's uncle. Okay. Clara and I. Oh, wouldn't that be Zach's wife, Clara? And they've got kids. Guy's new to the business world, but he's family. We at Roottrees have faith in his ideas and he's eager to share them. So there's a few things here. One, he's a twin. Two, he's got a sister. I think those go hand in hand. They're both redheads. But actually, before I do that, his uncle Zach is married to Clara. Bam. So I need to know... Well, here's the thing. This one's wrong. I know for a fact it's wrong because it didn't get, confirmed. I know he's president. I know he's Guy. He might not be this dude because it's a sepia photo and I can barely tell what his hair color is. Furthermore, these are the 5 pieces. This is the next generation. And this is whatever came after that. The free spirits, I think? Yeah, these fellers. It's pretty red hair. It would make sense for his sister to be standing next to him in the photograph, right? She's red-haired. Nobody else in the photo is red-haired. At least not super straightforwardly. I can always flip these two if I need to. She's Christopher Hudson. She would also be a Hudson. Let's see if there's any Hudsons. There's Bonnie Hudson. But they're not locking her in. Well, I mean, I guess I'd have to give her some sort of job. Did I not just read something talking about what the two of them did? See, they're no strangers. They both appeared in advertisements as children. Now Guy is taking over the company. His mother and father, Angie and Christopher. Christopher doesn't have a picture. Arguing over everything but chocolate. So she is a model. She modeled in an advertisement. I wish I knew why I put Guy Hudson as being older. Another thing, there's no more Hudsons. I just saw it. We've locked in all the Hudsons, wherever they are. Yeah, that's it. We've done all the Hudsons. Wait, where's Chris? Here's Christopher Hudson, but he's not on the list. Whoa, that's weird. Shouldn't Christopher be right next to them? He goes straight from Louisa to Edith. Maybe... Oh, I get it. He's locked in. They're not going to let me mess with him anymore. So here's what I'm saying. Last names are patrilineal. If this were Guy, and he had a wife, and they had kids, there would be 2 more Hudsons. There aren't. Therefore, Guy must be right here. And Bonnie must be here. We're going to move Bonnie here. Guy here. I wish I knew why I flipped them. Guy Hudson, a model, and a dashing one at that. What's funny is it's not strictly wrong, but I wonder if it'll flag that as fair. Probably not, since he got promoted to president. Oh, crumbs. I think he was the third president. I wrote this down. Where are you at? Yeah, guy was the third president. Now these two might both be right. Maybe Bonnie went off to do something else. Sounds like she was pretty young at the time. Got anything on Bonnie? No. She was in advertising. Business, butler. Yeah, I think we're in the right spot. Okay, fair. Doesn't seem to be a lot on Bonnie Hudson. Not that there really needs to be. I think these two are in the right spots right now. I think if Guy were to have any kids, not only would it make sense for them to be, like, in the running for president, but they would share his last name. So, where can I go from here? Let's look at these again. This photo, the Roottrees will hold a big reunion. November. Bonnie is here. Guy Hudson is here. Ernie Jr. is here. Carolyn, Gwyneth M. Eli M. is here. And Eli M. is Miracles Eli, because Miracles Eli is not Eli C. I currently have Eli M pegged as this guy. He doesn't get any bonus photos, notably. I also don't know what his job is. Are there any other housewives that I can just lock in? Would Samantha Roottree? She's not a housewife. Lauren had no clue who she was, so nothing too exciting is going to happen there. I was going to look up Bonnie Hudson children, but they didn't even have anything on Bonnie. What about this Gwendolyn Morden figure? Gwyneth M. She's in the picture somewhere. This guy's dressed as like a plumber or something. I'm looking, because November. Like, this would be a great spot for November, right? Because, like, I mean, I'm not saying it would be, but she's kind of implied to be an only child. One, she's the only child in this photograph. Like, these might be her parents or something like that. Apparently, I've locked this guy in. I wonder who he is. Where is he in this crazy family tree? Is he nowhere? Have I not... Did I click him without actually assigning him? He's not shown at all. He's got a little photograph next to his name, but I don't see this guy in the family tree anywhere. I was hoping to learn where I pegged that feller. Oh, there he is. He's Carl Roottree. So, no. If that's Carl Roottree, and actually, it is locked in, right? Yeah, so if that's Carl Roottree, this is not November Roottree. This guy's all grayed out. I'm going to go back to that dynasty. I feel like there was more to learn there. Look at this one. This one's got a 3 on it. I didn't know Sam was a Roottree. She's a fine woman. She might have been the sister figure Gwen. Ernie. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her. Is Ernie locked in? Did I figure out who Ernie is? Ernest Madsen Jr. is right here. I've got his job and his title. I don't have his picture. Do I have a picture of Ernie somewhere? I feel like I can solve that one. This is the next generation. Is Ernie part of the next generation? No, because this is the next generation. He's part of the Free Spirits. And he's in here. He's in here somewhere. There's Ernie Jr. So a few things I know about Ernie Jr. His wife and daughter are both blonde. None of these people are blonde with the exception of these two dashing gentlemen. Of the two of them, Ernie served as president. He'd be way less likely to be wearing a name tag. That could be wrong. I mean, he looks like her, right? Sadly, I know I've done something wrong, because I think I've filled out 3 people at this point. Still something wrong about these two, apparently. I guess that person... Who's he married to? Ernest is married to Deborah. Is Deborah in this photograph? No. So gender-wise, alright, I was like, maybe there's only one? No, we got nothing there. There's a bunch of men and women who I haven't confirmed yet. Heck, I'm not even 100% on half these guys. I ought to have my head examined for going with guys I wasn't 100% on. Completely lost. I'm really glad. I was worried. I don't know why I did that. Just have some random woman in my... I'm very mad that I don't have anywhere to put Penelope. Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets. What do I know about Jack? Did I put him somewhere? Do I not know Jack about Jack? Zach Morton is a president. Former president, second cousin of Carl, married to Debbie, daughter is Nicole. Gotcha. Penelope had a son, Jack, with a root tree. Where is there a root tree lacking a wife and a kid? James has a wife. Clancy has his kid locked in. Elias could have married Penelope and had Jack. That's a little weird. I don't think they're even remotely affiliated with the others. He is blonde. It could be. Are there any other candidates? Could be Elias. Can't be this person, because this person's kid is accounted for. It could be this person. We don't know who that is. We do, though. Lauren has talked about her siblings. She has 3 brothers. 3 younger brothers. I don't know if the timeline maths out. Let's see. Penelope had a son, Jack, with a root tree in 1994. Isn't it? This game is taking place in 1990, either 8 or 6. I can't remember. But that is a young kid. I mean, look at the other people on this chart. Look at them. Whoop. Gwen Roottrees married some guy who took her last name. I think Jack is going to be one of these. I think these are too high up. Well, Miracle is incredibly young. And they talked about... No, Miracle was the other Miracle. I think this has a chance of being Jack. Not the least of which because his unknown wife does have a photograph. These guys don't. And I've got this really transparently obvious picture of Penelope. I think there's a non-zero chance this is Penelope and one of these two. Penelope with her newborn in 1996. Jack in 1994. Jack would go right here. And this person would go right here. This would be Penelope because she has a photograph. And where did I get unknown? Oh, I got unknown male because it's Gwen. I've got a picture of Gwen's 2 kids. Is there anyone else it could be? It can't be these. Can't be these. Gwyneth is female, so it can't be these. These aren't root trees. Yeah, alright, I think that's where we put them. Alright, let's lock in Penelope. Where are you at? Been sitting on a picture of you since the beginning of the game, Penelope. We don't know the dad. This one is you. This one... Oh, hey, I can figure out the gender of the kid. Okay, it's a girl. This is Jack. This is Jack's complete lack of surprise. Jack Roottrees. Okay. It's an unknown male Roottrees. The daughter would still be a root tree. I don't know if we have enough to just fling a root tree into the slot. It can't be November. She's too young. Part of me wants to put a random root tree, just on the chance that it's right, because that would be great. Because I'm pretty sure they're both going to have the job of baby. I guess it's free data. There's no reason not to put a root tree in the slot and see what happens. What female root trees do we have to put in? We've got Candy. We got Christina. We got Tessa. I feel like I've heard about Christina. I don't know. Let's just do, where'd Tessa? I'm gonna do Tessa. You never know. It doesn't tell us. Also, huh. She's got Tessas in her family. It would make sense for her to name her kid after her grandma or whatever. So Tessa Roottrees would be a baby. Jack Roottrees would also be a baby. Oh, I'm so sad. Maybe I've done something wrong. I think Jack Roottrees' job is baby. I think we're in the right spot. But there's definitely some errors in my logical deductions at this point, considering how many I've filled in at this point. Why wouldn't Tessa Roottrees not be the kid of Penelope Tessa Green? I mean, maybe it's the white collar looking guy. Maybe he wasn't president yet. Nope. Does that man look like a president to you? Nicole Madsen. How old is she? Do I know anything about what Nicole does for a job? Nothing. Do I have... I'm positive I got these two correct. Because if Jack... This is Jack in 1994. Let's say he's 4 years old. He kind of looks it. He would have been born in 1990. This is a newborn in 1996. This has to be Penelope's second child. These guys, she was involved in... She had a son with a root tree. She worked for Robbie and Ron Roottrees at RR Productions. What do I know about RR Productions? Because if I could get the dad in there... Yeah... There's an E at the end, right? Yeah. She's a retired comedian. She did a breast milk routine. She retired for the birth of Zach, but she makes yearly appearances. Penelope was over 97. I think that's wrong. I'm pretty sure it said 96, as well as a different picture. Jack watching one of his charity sets in 1995. Newborn 97. 96, yeah. Whatever. I'd fix that div. Unknown male, unknown male. It's these two. Well, let's look at their hair, perhaps. The kid is blonde. You'd never believe it. They're both blonde, too. They basically have the same haircut because they're guys in the 80s. They look like stunt doubles for the Fourth Doctor. I keep wondering whether I should snap their smiling mugs and stick them in here, but there's not a lot of value in me doing that. James Roottrees is a musician. I've got more pictures of him. I don't rightly need them, I don't think. Clancy, oh, I know, you know what? I know Clancy's name and job. If I can lock him into one of these photographs. He's a member of the Next Generation. I wanted Eli to stand on the left, but I was outvoted. That could be Eli, I suppose. I was outvoted. So let me read this. Us four. Who's us four? I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left, but I was outvoted by my brothers. They insisted us four stand at the center of the pack. The only one too good to make an appearance was Gwen. Grandma insisted we include Sam. Oh, she is in there somewhere, even if we didn't want to. Huh. Sam is female. Are these the four? Us four. Let's see what she means by that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she's implying, in the middle. Mama. These three are in the middle. Well, that can't be right. There's 2 girls and 2 boys. At the center of the pack. This makes a little more sense. Here's the center of the pack, and they're together. These 4 are a little more divorced from the wolf pack in the middle. Gwen didn't make an appearance. There's Lauren, Clancy, unknown and unknown. Gwen didn't make an appearance. Eli. I wanted Eli to stand on the left, but they insisted us 4. I wish I knew what us 4 meant. My gut instinct is us 4 is the brothers and sisters of Clancy Edward Roottree. I don't know why, it just kind of makes sense for me. But it doesn't appear to mean that, since she said in a diary she tried to hair blonde. She whines. Here it is. 3 younger brothers. She has 3 younger brothers. There they are. Can I lock in a picture of Sam? Grandma insisted we include Sam, even though we didn't want to. I also didn't think it was fair that Miracle made it in, since he's technically a 5-piece. I guess my inner child still holds a grudge even after all these years. She's name-dropping a lot of people. So, according to Lauren, who's in this photograph? She's in the photograph. Her 3 brothers are in the photograph. Sam is in the photograph. Miracle is in the photograph. Eli is in the photograph, who's Miracle's kid. And I'm not sure how, but somehow I figured out that this is Zach, who is not described anywhere in this, but I've locked his picture in. What members of... Oh, it would make sense for him. Look, there he is. It makes... So there's Angelica. She's locked in. She's gold. Here's Zach. He's gold. Samantha's in there somewhere. There's Lauren. Lauren looks a lot like that person. I'm pretty sure that's Lauren. People who aren't face blind are probably really good at these sort of puzzles. They're all like, Nick, use the frigging hair colors and stuff. Well, I have face blindness, okay? I'm not really good at that part. Anyway, that's Lauren. That's more Lauren. By process of elimination, that would be Sam. It's still wrong. FML. Who's left? Clancy is in there somewhere. 2 unknown males are in there somewhere. Gwen didn't show up. I still don't know Elias Roottree's job, so there's no reason to flip it because I don't know whether that's him or not. This guy looks like a professor. Is that allowed? Can I just be like, man, homie looks just like a professor. Lock him in. Lock him in. I already have a picture of the wrong Clancy. I'm trying to come up with deets on Clancy Roottree Jr., the professor. I mean, I hate to say it, he does look a lot like a professor. But you know what he looks even... Miracle... Wait a minute. This one's got glasses. And Miracle had eyesight problems. So perhaps that's Miracle. Why else would he be wearing sunglasses in the daytime? Also, that would make this his kid because they look exactly the bloody same. So if I can lock... Now look, we've got a lot fewer question kids in here at this point. We've got this guy and this guy. But I think I've made a mistake, right? Because Here's 3 unknown males. But I've locked all but 2 in. Who's in this photo again? Zach is in the photo. Angie is in the photo. Lauren is in the photo. I'm feeling pretty good about those. This means that this has to be Sam because she's the only other girl in the photo. Unfortunately, these two look almost exactly the same except for the tiniest of differences in hair color. Is that her? If you could excuse me, Kevin, I'm trying to... Actually, I'm going to put them on the same side anyway. Sorry, Kevin, you could have stayed. I don't know. I'm getting this person looks way more than this person. But they're very similar, unfortunately. I suppose nothing's stopping me from trying the other one as Sam. Nope. I think that's Lauren. Looks just like her. And there's only 3 girls in the photograph, and Angie's locked in. So if that's Lauren, that's got to be Sam. That would imply that Sam is not actually a farmer, which is kind of fair. Owning the Root Tree farm is not being a farmer. A director. Could one direct a Root Tree farm, perhaps? She fixed a tractor. Maybe she's a mechanic. Model, nurse, politics, preacher, principal, screenwriter, student, travel agent. Do we have more info on Sam? Sam. Why Sam? There's so many second cousins. Why is Sam the exception? None of us have ever even met Sam. It's complicated. Eli, Miracle's youngest, mentioned Sam grew up near the farm. Taught him how to fix the tractors, which is not proper. Why is an outsider cozying into our affairs? Especially one who works on the farm. She's a farmer. I'm putting it back to farmer. That's very sad because I've locked in a lot of people that are all wrong. Who did I still think that's the president. He's got the right hair for it, and the right outfit for it, and the right job for it, and the right name for it, but it's not unlocking, unfortunately. So I have made errors in my deductions in some way, shape, or form. Maybe Jack's old enough to model or something? Nope. His mom was in Silver Screen. Nope. How about, what was it called? Music Monthly? Modern Music Monthly? I wonder if this will work. Probably not. Fair. No. Alright. Elias Roottree. I couldn't tell you what his job is. Every other member of his family is a preacher. Are you too good for the cloth, Elias? He married, you know, who knows, and had a random root tree. This is Wild Bill Williams, the mofo. I don't know, maybe Liam Cornwall? William and Liam are the same name. I have nowhere better to put Liam Cornwall. Nope. Did I not find a book that I forgot to, like, search? I could have sworn there was a book somewhere. The major was the death of Elias Roottree. An unexpected name was read. The rights to run the farm. None of the 5 pieces were surprised, but everyone else was. She was the illegitimate daughter of Elias and Patricia. Patricia and Eli harbored a romance. She became pregnant after the birth. Their father refused to let her see Eli again. Her baby was sent to the Roottrees. She was left with a farmhand known as EC. Patricia was married off to a much older man. None of us heard of Patricia until she reappeared known as Patsy. Patsy reunited with Eli Jr. and they married in their 50s. Lauren mentioned the wedding in her first diary. Eli had never taken another lover. Lauren appreciated this. When Patsy finally married, Elias decided Sam should have been a Roottrie in the first place. She's not part of the Clancid Trust. Did I ever look up the Clancid Trust? Did I do that? The Clancid Trust. Oh shoot. Clancy Edward Roottrie is a lawyer. And okay, let's not get too excited. The Clancid Trust is an unusual corporate agreement named after Clancy Edward Roottrie, a lawyer. It's brought up in online discussions as an oddity. The company mandates that a fixed percentage of its profits are split amongst bank accounts representing each director as a relative of Elias. An account is created at birth and first successful at 18. It's essentially impossible to get around due to the many checks and balances. There have been a few situations which families have tried to forcibly remove a member from the trust. Most are pretty vague. A university law school which had a guest lecturer talk about the Roottrees versus RR, the corporation, or the production company. While looking into the Clancid Trust, mentions to the 5-piece guarantee. Let's look up the guarantee after this. RR tried to remove a fellow family member from the trust. First, the person in question was born out of wedlock, and second, they committed a significant crime against a fellow family member. Still, due to the ironclad wording, it was impossible to remove this direct descendant. Could it be his... There's 2 options. One is his weird-ass brother who... A significant crime against a fellow family member. It would make sense that he's talking about his brother, right? Do I have more details? Who was the suer? Oh, RR was trying to remove... I don't know which is which. One of these 2 sued the other one. There's definitely something going on with Rob and Ron. But first, I want to look up the 5-piece guarantee. I didn't spell that right, did I? I spelled it even worse. Alright, let's go back to the Clancid Trust and copy paste. The word guarantee is my personal white whale. I can never spell it right. The 5-piece guarantee in combination with the Clancid Trust was Elias Roottree's attempt to ensure the candy company would remain a family business for eternity. The yearly salary of Roottree's president is always locked to the price of a single pack of 5 pieces. When the 5-piece guarantee went into effect, this was 25 cents a year. Now it's closer to $4. Combined with the trust, it makes more sense. Elias wanted to ensure that only his direct relatives could afford to be president. He knew because their passive income was tied to the profits of the company, they would have a vested interest in keeping as profitable as possible. Huh. That is a choice. I am not nearly mathy enough, but that sounds like a choice that could merit great debate. So, the Roottrees president is not capable of making money. And the problem is that a lot of people are like, well, I'm not going to become president then. He wanted to ensure that only his direct relatives could afford to be president, and because their passive income, yeah, fair enough, I guess. I'm missing... What did I learn? I learned a lot of stuff, but the one I really want to lock in is that this mofo is a lawyer. Thank God. Which ones are right? There are definitely some that aren't. Great. Oh, nice. Oh, you were right, guy. Okay. Oh, Penelope was right. Oh, thank you. Oh, that was Miracle. Wow, okay. Great. That was a lot that were wrong, though. Alright, let's... Step one of being a good sleuth. Go look at all the ones you got wrong. So Bonnie Hudson is wrong. I think that's her picture. I think it's gotta be her picture. Yeah, the other women are accounted for. So that is her, and that is also her, but she is not a model. I have to figure out what her job is, because it's... not that. I don't know. Alright, so Bonnie, you are not correct. Who is next on the chopping block? These two are right. So that just must not be a picture of him. I guess I'm gonna flip him to the other blondie, because... But that's probably... Oh, wait, look! I can see it now that it's zoomed in. Wait, that says Eli. That means it's not him. Darn it. I couldn't see that in the not zoomed in picture. But now that it's all big and blown up, I can see the name Eli. What does that mean? So if you're Eli, because you helpfully have a giant name tag the size of Manhattan, is there an Eli that I haven't locked in? I mean, there's you, I suppose. Also, this isn't Liam Cornwall, unfortunately. As much as I wanted Billy D. Williams to just be a William. So this is weird. I got Penelope correct, but there's something wrong with both of these. Jack is definitely the oldest kid, and Tessa is definitely the youngest kid. This suggests that they somehow have jobs other than baby. Right? Because something's got to be wrong. She also just might not be Tessa Roottrees. That's totally a possibility. There's no other room for a... Because, like, you know, if this person was named Tessa Roottrees, then I could see them naming her Tessa. But I don't see room for another female person. This has to be Tessa Roottrees, because her mom's name is Penelope Tessa Green, which suggests that she's no longer a baby, but she's totally a baby. What age is she? 96. That kid's like 2 years old. 2-year-olds don't go to kindergarten, do they? Do they? So wait a minute. Let's go back. I have not locked in very many people. That does not look like it says Eli from this resolution. But maybe that's Ernie. It's not these other people, because they've got dark hair. It's not you, and you're Eli. Well, let's see. Eli M. Here's Eli M. Where's Eli C? Maybe one of these two? Because here's Clancy, and here's Elias. Clancy could have given Eli his middle name, I guess. Maybe. I'm gonna look up James Roottrees father, see what happens. Nope. Who else didn't? I can't believe these two kids aren't right. I still have no clue what this guy does. He's got a suit on, which is a good sign. Do I have enough to give this guy a title? The OGs, the 5 pieces. These are the next generation. He still looks like a professor. I'm totally stereotyping because he's got glasses. Which one of these are correct? Angie is correct. Zachariah is correct. Sarah is correct. Samantha is correct. Lauren is correct. Gwen is correct. And Miracle is correct. I don't think Miracle's in the photo, is he? Miracle Roottrees Jr. Alright, so from the left, this is Zach. This is Miracle because he's blind. This is Angie. This guy's not locked in. It could be somebody else. However, I know for a fact that Eli is in the photo somewhere. But I was outvoted. This is Lauren. This is another mysterious figure. And this is Samantha. So, the two that I haven't clicked yet, and this guy. But, of the three remaining, he's the only one who looks like Pop did in the old one. So that's gotta be him. The only reason he's not locked in is because I don't know what his job is. So one of you two is Clancy. And there's no reason to leave it blank. Neither of you look like your old dad, unfortunately. But your dad is blonde. He probably just married a brunette. Now what's really unusual is I think I've confirmed all the people. There's only this feller left. But there's two names here. Did one of them die? And who even are they? I don't even have a name to put down. This is the next generation. You are all accounted for except for the Chad in the back. They posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. It's just this guy standing in the back. He's like, what up? The hardcover has pictures of the 5 pieces. This picture is famous in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. It was taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo, since Miracle was in it, and the 3 of us were all about the same age, only the 5 pieces. To stop the tantrums, they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. There's a dude in the picture, and Mr. Morden is described. Who is Mr. Morden? Hope it's not him. Or him. Mr. Morden was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. Is that Aunt Gwendolyn right there? She and James are locked in, so that's definitely her. Maybe that's not Mr. Morden? There's no other Morden. Oh, wait, look, here's Gwendolyn. Yeah. Here's Gwendolyn Morden. Is there another Morden that I haven't locked in yet? No. Which is reasonable, I guess. No, it's not. Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. So, what is an aunt? A miserable pile of secrets. Lauren. This is Lauren. Lauren has an Aunt Gwendolyn. I think they're talking about this one. Lauren's father is Clancy. Clancy's sister is Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is Lauren's aunt. Gwendolyn was there with Mr. Morden. They took a photograph, but they didn't even bother to snap the camera. Well, who is that? He's there. There's not a lot of candidates for who that feller is. This generation was alive at the time. So he could be... I was going to say he could be any of these people, but they were very young. Lauren was a child at the time. He's older than that. If he's anybody, I think he's James Morden, But James Morden doesn't have a place for me to stick a photograph. And these people weren't born yet, so... Family tree will mark successes after 3 correct blood relatives. Thank you. Was worth a try. How are these 2 kids wrong? What are you, 4? Maybe Tessa's old enough to be a student at this point? I don't know. No, she's 2. She's gotta be a baby. I guess I'll flip them, but I don't think that makes any sense. I'm almost certainly gonna just trade them right back. Do we have any info on Tessa Roottrees? I can't imagine she's developed much of an Instagram following at 2. Yeah. Alright. And I do think this is wrong. I'm gonna put them right back where I found them. Jack, Tessa. Penelope's right. I had baby down for both of them, and that was apparently not correct. Are there any other jobs here that a baby could have? He is old enough to go to K-12. Jessica's not right either. Jessica Rafferty LaRue. Nothing. Tessa Roottrees. Come on, baby. Nah, I got nothing on these newborn kids. Tommy Mark Sheridan. There's apparently another picture of Raina Roottrees floating around. Lord knows where. I think that one's... Oh, okay. Huh. Now I wonder what I did. Who'd I get right? I have no clue why that guy was right. There's probably something somewhere about glasses. None. I barely got anything right, but I got something right, apparently. We're getting closer. Getting closer for more info. So, the first thing. She's still wrong. She has... Oh, there was nothing... Guess why? She was wrong because I didn't have anything in the slot. Well, shoot. I believe I had her listed as a model. Maybe she's now a housewife. She did get married. I have no picture of Gwendolyn Morden. She is a free spirit. But there's too many unaccounted for women to just be like, it's her. She's got glasses. I bet somewhere Clancy's glassesness was mentioned and I just forgot. But what I do know Darn you, Elias Rootree. Darn you. So maybe her name's not Tessa. She's clearly a baby. So she has some other name. Okay. Who else would name their kid Tessa? We have this entire family tree locked in. Do I know who Clancy Rootree married? Sam Cattrall. Do I know Sam? It's not you, Samantha Rootree. Samantha Rootree married Ernest Madsen, apparently. I'm not sure how I figured that out. Oh, I think it was because of junioring. Sam had a kid named Gwyneth. Sam is in the next generation. I think I was... Didn't I just math this out? We don't know anything about Gwyneth Madsen. November is not holding anyone's hand. Does she have a ring on? Is that a ring? Because if she has a ring, that's actually quite good to know, but I can't see well enough, unfortunately. Did I get... Where did I stick the... I stuck it here, but I don't see it. Nicole Madsen is still wrong. She's a little older than these K-12s, so I'm going to put her in college. I don't know if that's true, of course. She could be doing anything she wants. I still have no idea who Gwen's kids. They go here. I don't know which is which. This isn't going to do anything for me, but he looks a little bit older than he does, just looking at them. So I'm going to put them in that order. These Kellogg's are running around. David Kellogg the third had a kid named David Kellogg the fourth. Like that would work. I don't actually remember how this game handles thirds. Candy Rootree, Elias Rootree. Look at all these Roottrees. Something happened between Robert and Ronald Rootree that I could possibly get some more data on. Zach, Steven, Jason. Look at all the Wilsons. There's a lot of Wilsons. And when there's that many names... Is there 4? Zachariah, with black hair, had a kid named Caroline, who's got kind of a brown hair. I don't know how much faith I can put in that. Guy Hudson. Don't I know who Guy Hudson married? After this, we're going to pivot over to the, Guy Hudson is a president, so Business Watch, I suppose. No, it's going to be that stupid one involving him and his equally red-headed sister. They appeared in the advertisements as children. Now he's taking over the Rootree Company. One of those 2 adorable redheads. His uncle, president, is taking an early retirement. He's going to travel the world with his wife. Claire and I want to reflect on a life well lived. We have faith in him. Okay. Bonnie is not correct at the moment. Gwendolyn is missing all sorts of things. Nicole has the wrong job. I think I've already done this, but you know. At least I know which Nicole she is at this point. Wouldn't make sense for her to be in, well, any of these, to be honest, except the Butler County Times. Alright, so Nicole, I need to get a real job. Chris Rafferty, he showed up somewhere. He sued somebody. Pretty sure it's going to be right here. Rambly conspiracy website with Carl Brenda and the Gills. That's 5 new deaths. 3 of the 5 presidents. Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver. Ernie Madsen stepped down. Now Carl died in a plane crash. Maya and Ruby Skull. Earth has time cubes. Chris Raff. Take down the site with faked proof. Oh, I see. They're like, so this Chris Raff guy showed up with faked proof that he had a heart condition. The owner says the proof looks quite credible. He knows it's fake because he's an expert at creating fake evidence. 96. It has a blurry picture of the factory. Operation RT-29. I witnessed a helicopter land on 96. Thomas Overwood. Chris has proof. Ah. The truth behind Spirit Cola. Stock markets and the devil's numbers. Good job. You do a square dance with your numbers. You always end up with 666. You got him, Tom. I've got an email of Chris Rafferty. Wait, that wasn't right. I have to look up the root tree curse. Chris Raff provided proof that Ernie Madsen Jr. had a heart condition and wasn't poisoned. I'm wondering if that means he's a doctor. Oh, yes, we got stuff. Thank you. You find a page called The Art of Raffertree. Copyright 1997. The author's email is Chris Raff. Bunch of gifs saying under construction. There's some art pieces. Me and my fiance Lulu. A painting I did. Go Tartans. 3 different images. A photo collage we had to do to explore a family tree. Asked as many as my cousins. Only a few of them got back to me, and I wasn't allowed to use pictures of the 3 girls. Oh, look. My cousin Davy, Bethany, my cousin Davy and Bethany is his yearbook sister, and Stephanie is an only child. All images have been added, but Cousins will need to have its individual components reassembled. What do I have now? Chris Rafferty. He married a Lulu. He's a painter. Where's Clark? Chris Rafferty. Painter is not a thing. Artist is a thing. Oh gosh. college student Chris Rafferty. I suppose he might qualify as a college student. Pictures of Davy, Bethany, and Stephanie. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can do that, Keem. Ta-da! Source art for Chris Rafferty's cousin. Oh no. Well, there's gonna be... Nice. Oh, this is the hard version. Okay, it's a 9 grid. Gotcha. Aha. Self-portrait of me and my fiance Lulu. Gimme dat. Where are you at, Chris? He might not. He might be a college student. So Louisa could be Lulu. I think she is. Also... Where are you at, Louisa? So instead of an artist, I'm gonna put him down as a college student. I might pivot back to artist. That's a portrait? Homie painted that? Dang. Cousins. Pictures of Davy, Bethany, and Stephanie. Where's Stephanie? There's Stephanie. And of the remainder, Davy and Bethany are siblings. So it's somebody with 2 kids. Here's a great looking one with 2 kids. This one is wrong. This one has too many kids. Sadly, this one also has 2 kids. Let's see what the last name is. Davy. Oh, it's Kellogg. Yeah, okay. Aw. So, like, this would work, for example, because Mr. Kellogg could have baby Kellogg and more Kellogg. This one doesn't work because there's too many kids. This one doesn't work because there's not enough kids. This one doesn't work because we have both parents locked in. So that's really the only place it can go. Here's Davy the Third. David Kellogg the Fourth must be this guy. Of these 3 photographs, well, we know that this one must be Davy. And then this one is Bethany. But we don't know for sure which is which. Stephanie. Will it take me back to the old page? Yeah. Me and my fiance Lulu, a painting I did for college. Oh, maybe he's not. I mean, he probably... 97. It's a photo collage we had to do. Only a few of them got back to me. This includes my cousin Davy, Bethany's yearbook picture. Alright, I think this is right. Davy swims for UConn, so he's a college student. 1997, that was like last year. They're probably not graduated yet. So I think I'm gonna leave them as college students for now. He definitely inherited his mother's red hair. Unfortunately, these are both brunettes. Honestly, I'm not seeing both. But all right, let's put some data in there. David Kellogg, we know for a fact, is a oh, we got more. We got more. All right. Oh, thank God. Okay. Oh, those are right. I was gonna swap him over to an artist. Louisa is right. So is David. All right. That's not a lot. I was kind of hoping for a little more than that with all the things I've filled in. 30. Oh, we only need to solve 3 more. We can move on to more information. So let's see. Let's see. Who is complete, but we weren't able to fill them in. Everybody is looking good so far. I still don't have a picture of Ernie Jr. I'm sure the game expected me to have solved him by now. Anybody else? Nicole is not a student in college. I'm just going to drop her down to K-12. You never know. We got this whole bit filled out because we're awesome like that. Clancy is correct. One of these two is that other guy. Tessa's still wrong. There's something that's not right. I can't fathom she's no longer a baby. She's 2 years old. I bet we're gonna change that one, I guess. I'm pretty sure she's a baby, but we'll see. And that's it. We don't have anything else. We didn't learn a lot. But we do have some more information. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. We've got person 1, person 2. I was hoping one was going to be noticeably older than the other. I say those two look like they're pretty much the exact same age. Davy, Bethany's yearbook picture. Oh, wait, look. That's a yearbook picture. That's got to be Bethany. Lord knows what her job is. A yearbook picture. She's younger than him, so she's probably a K-12 student. That leaves one picture of Stephanie. This is Stephanie. I don't have room to stick the picture next to her, so I'm not going to bother unlocking it. So Chris unlocked a lot of good stuff, but I think we're done with Chris Rafferty for the moment. What else do we have? Clancy married somebody. These are his 2 brothers that she's sick of taking care of. Clancy Edward had Clancy Roottrees Jr. So Elias M skipped a generation. M probably stands for miracle. C could be Elias C. Actually, it's probably almost certainly. Oh no, that can't be right. Wait a minute. So, I'm sorry. Here's what I'm thinking. Lauren and Clancy are locked in. Lauren said in one of her diaries, use the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father were named Edward and Clancy. So now you see where my pop's name come from. Anytime someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. That goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. There is an Eli C root tree somewhere in here. So my first thought was that it could be one of these two. But that wouldn't be right. I guess he's not Elias C whatever, he's not technically a junior. He doesn't have a junior in his name. And I suppose this guy doesn't have a junior either, so that's apparently kosher. I don't know why I still care about Wild Bill Williams. Wish I knew. I'm gonna look up Candy Root Tree. Look at all these Wilsons. There's so many Wilsons. We have four unaccounted for Wilsons. That is just not possible. Unless it's these fellers. What do we know about the Wilsons? Jem, Jason, Steven, and Zach. I don't know what gender Jem is, but the other three are all men. Doesn't do a lot of good for us. I'm going to look up Gwendolyn Morden. I may have already done that, but... Actually, I'm going to save myself the trouble and make sure it's on screen. I'm just going to reread this, see if I can get anything. Doesn't look like it, so alright. Gwendolyn Morden. Nope. Gwendolyn Morden, husband, eh? Hmm? Sure, he had lots of wonderful jobs that somebody on the internet would care about. But no. Butler Kenny Times. Gwendolyn Morden. Nope. We are looking up every single Wilson. I want every search engine we have trained on that family. Jason Wilson. No, go back. Steven Wilson. Aha! Oh-ho! Dr. Wilson is a pediatrician who practices in Pittsburgh, picking a peck of pickled peppers. His website is fairly basic. He is a pediatrician to the stars. He was the doctor to the Roottrees sisters. Okay, there's a picture of him on his website, and of his 3 children. They might be being held hostage, but I overtook the picture. There's a quote. Credited to his child Jason, you suspect Knight might not be written by a 10-year-old. My dad's the best dad in the entire world and treats every patient with world-class care. He will treat your children like he would me, my big brother, or my sister. Maybe Carolyn Borden had a point about this guy. Regardless, the photos are now in your evidence. That's really funny. I love that. What a twat. Alright, Steven Wilson. We just unlocked big hecking deets on your family. My dad will treat every patient, your children, like he would me, my big brother, or my sister. Alright. Sadly, I can't lock any of them in right now because I would need, hopefully they're of significantly different ages. How you doing? Guy looks like Mitt Romney. Alright, coming up next. Oh, thank God, they're very different ages. Me, my older brother, or my sister. Where is Jason? Jason goes right here. I didn't actually snap the photograph. Joseph Gordon-Levitt looking mofo goes there. His name is Jason. When was this taken? Does it say? Oh. 2 years ago in 1996. That is a K through 12 kid. Yeah, boy. Well done. Thank you, I try. Oh, nice. Okay. Gee, these students coming in clutch. Thanks, Steve. And I believe that will take us to the end. Yes. I owe you an explanation. I can't reveal everything. I know that's not what you want to hear. I know it's cliche. I'm sure it sounds like deception for deception's sake. Alright, let's hear it. My publisher's lawyer. You're probably Sam, aren't you? Honestly, I can't fault you. Okay, she wants the accusations confirmed. Well, I'll do you one better. I'll show there's enough evidence that a complete amateur could unearth the story. It is locked for now, yes. I believe EC is going to show up on it. There are fewer names and pictures left. In a sense, that makes it easier. Use process of elimination. It's harder to verify when you're right. You'll need 4 blood relatives. That's a slippery slope, my good madam, but I'll see what I can do. So... this is still not fully locked. Honestly, though, I'm going insane with kids. Hashtag insane with kids. Teresa Roottree, I need you to go to your room right now and do your homework. So... we had her exactly like this, and she wasn't a baby. She's also a parent. Her name... okay, so her name isn't Tessa Roottree. She's got some other name. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Because we had Tessa Roottree as a baby, and we had Tessa Roottree as a student from K-12, and it's the only thing you can do. That's right. So... we need to unlock 4 more people on this list. I wonder if... okay, so I need to get all 4 right. Darn you, Ernie Madsen Jr. Why don't you unlock? Alright, we had a little more data here. But did we have enough to get them 100%? We know their names. He is older than she is. Can I just be straight up? Come on. I mean, maybe I can't say that for sure. I think I can. I think he looks pretty old. I may regret this. They may not. He may just be a... he may have experienced a growth spurt. I don't have their mom, Gwendolyn, but I've got more... look at them. They've all got straight black hair, just like their old dad. Is Gwendolyn a free spirit? These are the 5 pieces. This is the next generation. Gwendolyn is a free spirit. She's on this somewhere. She also didn't give birth to November, notably. Is there anyone other than this? I guess there's these 2. That can't be November, I'm crazy. I mean, that could be Bloody November. No, it can't. Because... yeah, it can. Yeah, it can, I think. They are root trees. They don't have anything to do with... months. So... I wanted to get those 2 in there. Don't know if those 2 are correct. I don't know Gwendolyn's job. She might be a housewife. I mean... oh, you know, there's a diary entry where Lauren talks about this sort of thing. No, Lauren's from the wrong generation, so I can't trust the housewife thing. But she does say that she doesn't like Steven, if I recall correctly. He's a pediatrician. Maybe Carolyn Morden had a point about this guy. Who is Carolyn Morden? Here she is. She wrote in her book that did not save. Fair. Which means I have to find her book. Where was Carolyn Morden's book? Did I write about it? Ooh. Sister Gwendolyn, cousin Bonnie, brother Dr. Wilson. Wait, really? It must be brother-in-law. Because that's what those are. I looked it up between episodes. Yeah, she whines about this dude being a stick in the mud in her book, which is not here. Here it is. This is Carolyn Morden. Alright, a bunch of... She was one of the youngest, and in her late teens, when her sister Gwendolyn gave up on their dreams to settle for boring men. She sounds like a housewife. She really likes Dr. Wilson. She really dislikes Dr. Wilson, who is completely bogus. She doubled down on her passions, and she married a man who was the opposite of boring. She came out strongly against their effects on the local environment. She couldn't convince Zach, who was president, to make any changes. Her marriage to Mark led to some volatile negative moments. She left them behind for good. Oh, that was how I would have known that Bonnie was a housewife. And I furthermore know that Gwendolyn is a housewife. If I could make any recommendations for people who are somehow going to play this game while also forgetting that I've spoiled everything, it would be to put things that are like halfway decent guesses, because I keep not doing that. Like, for example, I should just put somebody in as Gwendolyn Morden from her generation. Because why not? It's got a better chance of being right than not doing that. Gwendolyn is in here, and she could be... She's got the blackest hair of the lot. And her husband is not here. It could be wrong, but she's got the right hair for it. Admittedly, her hair is curly, but curly is recessive, so it would make sense for her boring husband's boring straight hair to override it. I want to know the guy with the newspaper boat hat. Who that? How many of these have we figured out who they are? November, she's the one in the middle. Coming up next, Bonnie, that's you. Next President Guy Hudson, that's you. Ernie Jr., I don't believe we've figured him out yet. Carolyn. Carolyn's in this photo somewhere. She's got to be that person. Looks just like her. Gwyneth M. Have we... Who's Gwyneth M? Oh, that's you. Okay. Wait, no, it's not. Gwyneth M. Oh, there you are. Gwyneth M. You are a daughter of Samantha. Oh, man, she's got Samantha's hair. Well, that's probably one or the other. Gwyneth M. Gwendolyn. That might not be her, but you know. Miracle Jr. is in this picture. Miracle Jr. is in this picture. That's got to be Miracle Jr. Because that guy's got an Eli, and this guy is blonde. Hold on. Jim Roottrees, who I believe we just... No, that's Carl. So Jim is in this photo somewhere. Clark is in this photo somewhere. That guy looks a lot like Clark. I'm just going to say it. Carl and Eli M. Miracle Jr. is in this photo, and Miracle Jr. Is that a blonde? He's like a dirty blonde. Does he have room? He does have room for a bonus photograph. Clark is in this photograph. I don't really care about Clark. It would be nice to know which one he is. There's this dashing Spaniard in the back. There's Eli is in this photo. Eli M. And that's Eli M. Eli M. And that guy's got an Eli on him. So I guess I should change that guy's photograph to the other one, right? Because Eli M is in this photograph, and that guy has a big old Eli on his... It doesn't look... Oh yeah, it does. It looks like it says Eli in giant letters. So I guess that's Eli Roottrees. I still don't know what his job is. Everyone else in his family is a preacher, but he is wearing a uniform with a name tag, which preachers don't normally do. Darn you, Ernie Jr. You are a next generation. No, you're not. Yeah, you're in here somewhere, Ernie. I think I got sidetracked. Let's focus on the women, because there's only a few of them. You're in. You're November. You're Carolyn. So between the two of you, it's a little tough to tell what gender this person is, but this is Gwyneth M. and Gwendolyn. I'm gonna put housewife. Seems a safe bet. If I'm allowed to. There it is. Carolyn got mad at the fact that these two were boring old housewives. And I'm gonna put something. Because who knows? Alright. Not surprised that didn't work. This could be wrong. Ironically, if I know for a fact I have everything else, like these four would be enough right there, but they're not. Darn you, Ernie. Which one of you 80 hippies looking motherfuckers is Ernie Jr.? Ernie Jr. All his kids are blonde. Blonde, blonde. His mom is a brunette. And, you know, it happens. So, I guess I can't draw any crazy conclusions from hair color. He still looks like the guy. Carolyn, Gwyneth, Miracle, Jim, Clark, Carl, Eli. Alright, we have a lot of data, and we've locked in a lot of people. I mean, holy cow. November is still somewhere. You're not November. Somehow you're not Tessa. Are you sure you're not Tessa? Excuse me, 2-year-old. Are you 100% sure that you're not Tessa? And these two. If I could just get some names for them and we could narrow this down. But we can't, unfortunately. Yeah, we're in the end game now. If I could unlock 4 correct blood relatives, we could clear out a lot of extra space. Which I think I'm going to call it there for now, and we'll revisit this in episode 5. We did get a lot of progress in today. I do like to usually have a direction where I'm like, this is what I'm going to do when I get back. I do not have that. I'm a little terrified that episode 5 is going to be me stumbling around much like I am now, but we're going to see. Still definitely enjoying the game, and I think we're real close. We have a bunch of people that are probably really close to being locked in. Maybe these two. I need to figure out what the heck's going on here. Why don't I know 2 of Lauren's brothers' names? That doesn't make sense to me. They should be in this photograph. But we're calling it for now, and I will see you all in episode 5. Bye.